There is talk that's been circulating where Brock Lesnar apparently told Dana White that he has no intention of fighting in UFC again, that he's done, that he's retiring. It's been kind of been making the rounds, and being a UFC fan and a wrestling fan, kind of want to look at it from the UFC perspective. And looking at the UFC perspective, I think what a lot of fans are sentimenting is that they kind of, a lot of people saying, listen, that the guy came in to UFC in a transitional period, and he is about the paycheck. Might argue that he is about the paycheck. Anyone that says that you wouldn't take the paycheck, be about the paycheck, is probably lying. Was he a great fighter? Did he have stand-up fighting ability of like all these other guys that you see now? All-around game. Decent ground and pound. But if you watched any of his fights, it almost seemed like sometimes he would give up when he couldn't get a takedown, or if he got a takedown and his opponent got back up again. He didn't like taking punches now, but again, which I'm sure no fighter likes taking punches, but it was written all over Lesnar's face. The thing is, he had name value, which obviously benefited the UFC, right? It got a lot of eyes to the product. Can Brock Lesnar compete with today's well-rounded fighters? I don't know. You might say that he did great. He did all right, with when every fighter was great at one aspect. You might use that as a line, but lacked in another. Okay, point taken. But think about this too. I think this is a debate that really doesn't need to happen, especially anytime soon. Do I think he's done 100%? I mean, he is getting older now. And I think the reason he's not going to be fighting DC is because he's about to renew and sign a contract with WWE. And he's going to get a pay increase. Saudi Arabia is coming around. They need him in Saudi Arabia. You probably see him. He probably only will work 5 or 6 times out of the year for them, for the WWE. So why wouldn't you do that? Why would you come back full-time to UFC? Why would you train like a monster when you're getting all this big dough, or are you speculating that you're going to get all this big dough just to basically do minimum the work that you wouldn't need to do for UFC? And do I think it's about pride? I don't think it's about... I think he accomplished a lot. A lot of the MMA fans, they got all back then, when the UFC was trying to reach its popularity, they got all hot and bothered about what Brock could do if he connected. The fact of the matter is, everyone has a shot. Brock, it all comes down to, is he going to go down as, he's big and scary. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a world-class fighter. But whenever Brock Lesnar is on the card, and UFC does this every once in a while. They have these type of freak fights to draw eyes on the sport. I thought 236 was one of the best cards in years. One of the best cards. CM Punk, even a guy like CM Punk and Brock Lesnar draws and always will be. Brock is a very good folk style wrestler, also, which a lot of people downplay. Think about this too. And it's not like the heavyweight is a deep division. Maybe, just maybe, for all you naysayers, he could just walk back in and be easily top 10. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.